50,000 mile road trip. We went over 50,000 miles, and we're actually going out of town on a road trip today. And we're out here on the highway, man, coming from North Carolina, going through Virginia, headed to the Alexandria area, man. And this car is a workhorse. If you own one, you know that. If you just got it, you might not know that. If you had it for a little while with low miles, you might not know that. So as an owner that's had this car since 2021, December 14th, my 2022 1LT Z51 hardtop convertible is a workhorse. Now, it has not been perfect. It has had issues over the 50,000 miles. First thing that I want to talk about is the convertible top. Had a few issues with that. Had some sounds in it. Long story short, dealership squared that away. Shout out to Hendricks in Cary, North Carolina, Chevrolet. They took care of it, no problem. Now, tires, I have replaced the tires twice, the front and the back twice. Now, that might be a combination of me going to the track a few times, 2 summers in a row. I'm sure that had something to do with it, doing the burnout in the box. You know, I'm sure that had something to do with the tire wear. But overall, the tires do wear even. You know how you see some cars where you see like, and it's not alignment, it's just maybe the wheels are overly cambered or whatever, right? There may be wear on the inside of the tire on the outside. This car, this setup, even wear. I've never seen any uneven wear on this car. Alignment has been perfect the entire time. And that's one thing I do want to say about this car, that has not been an issue. Now, I have replaced 2 AC compressors in 2022. And I think I had it for about a year. I replaced one. And literally like a year later, in 2023, the AC compressor went out again, and it was replaced under warranty with no problem. Now, when I bought this car, I chose to get the extended warranty. And that's something that I would encourage you to look into with your dealership. Definitely encourage you to do that. I got mine through Hendricks in Cary, North Carolina, which took me up to the 50,000 mile mark. Which, again, we're over the 50,000 mark now, and that's always going to be a concern in your mind when your car is out of warranty. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's just a matter of knowing that this thing is under warranty. That's why some people lease cars, and that's why the majority of the supercars you see, they're leased, because they can just take it back to the dealership anytime there is an issue. Interior-wise, I haven't had any unnecessary wear on these seats. And I've seen videos posted online where, you know, like let's say the gray seats, you know, they are taking in the jean color. On these red seats right here, no problem. And I wear all different kind of clothes, and my wife does too. And we haven't had any jean bleed over into the red seats, and we haven't had any unnecessary wear onto the red seats. And it's the original rugs. I didn't go with the the third party hard plastic rugs, or the hard plastic floor mats. I decided not to do that. I have the original ones here, and they haven't worn in. You know how you have a rug where your foot is, it'll dig down into it? Now, these are original Chevrolet Corvette mats. They look like the first day when I got the car. And I'm not the type of guy who clean the car all the time, and like I said, it's lightly driven. No, I drive this car. You know, I'm at 50,670 miles as I'm entering the Alexander area right now. Paint wise, you know, I've heard small complaints. You know, I will say there's a small little area right by my front left headlight.
In a quarter of a mile.
And I can't say that it's from a rock chip. I can't really say it's manufacturing. I've seen some other people complain about their cars chipping around the headlights. So is that a manufacturer thing, or is that something that we're all just taking on rock chips? I think that's a concern that you should look into, or just keep in the front of your mind. Or if you're looking at these things used, kind of look around the headlights and see if there's any nicks or damages, because I mean, it's not like as a human being, it's not going to heal. So if there are small nicks around the light, I mean, it can only either stay the same or get worse. So that's something you might want to look into. Now, what I will say, any C8 that doesn't have the rock radiator, you know, they're going to have the small little nicks in it. That's unavoidable if you don't use an aftermarket rock guard. And that me personally, I feel like something like that should have come with the car. You know, I mean, I just feel like that should be protected. Who else thinks the radiator is important on any car? I think that should be standard. And I have heard, you know, people complain about the intakes on the sides. And yes, they make a third-party guard for that as well. But why wouldn't that come with the factory if it's absolutely needed? Let me know what your thoughts are, Corvette owners. Do you think it's absolutely necessary or mandatory to have the rock guards in the front and the guards covering the intakes? Let me know what you think on that. I mean, I have my opinion, but I kind of want to hear what other people are saying with that. Now, I also got the rim and tire protection with the extended warranty. And what I will say with that, I did have to use that. So, you know, we have the Pilot Sport Cup 2s on here, and the last set that I had replaced on the back right, one of the, what they call it, the radials inside of it on the exterior of the tire, you know, it formed like a bubble or a knot or whatever, however you want to call it. And with the rim and tire protection plan, I was able to get that tire, you know, replaced for free. And that was close to around a time where I almost needed some tires, so I just ended up buying the other tire. I didn't want to have one new tire here and an older tire on the back left, so I, you know, replaced the back left tire when I got that tire taken care of as well. So that's something you might want to look at. Also, you know, the extended warranties, and, you know, talk to them and let them know your understanding of it, and make sure you have a full understanding of what comes with it. Because I had the oil changes that came with it as well, and when I did the math, having the extended plan, you know, let's just say they put the oil changes around $100 each. Now I know some of y'all are probably saying, I changed my own oil. Okay, okay, but your mechanic Mike, that's cool. That's not me. I'm a driver, okay? You know, I'm not on the pit road. I'm the guy in the cockpit, all right? But it saved me some money because the Corvette oil changes are definitely more than $100 from dealership to dealership. I hear different prices. Let's just say the average price I have seen and heard is around $200 per se. Now, this car is a head turner. It gets attention. If you're a person that does not like attention, if you're that guy that's always saying, what is he looking at? What is she looking at? And you catch your attitude, this is not a car for you. This is a car that you know is going to demand attention, whether it's at the stoplight, on the highway like I am now, or you pulling up to the kids' school to pick your kid up, K-I-D. You're going to get that type of attention. And I think that's a good thing. And I'm going to say not the attention for me, for the things that I enjoy doing in life. I love to be a mentor, and I've done a lot of mentoring over the years, and I love to be able to pour great information or encouragement into complete strangers. And oftentimes the gateway to the conversation is this car. So what is that thing that you're trying to do in life that you might not necessarily know how to start the conversation? This is a good conversation starter. When you pull up in this car at the gas station or wherever you might be at, and whatever that particular thing you're trying to do, even in business, it's a great conversation piece. And I've heard several of, I was going to say, serial entrepreneurs have talked about how they bought, my goodness, how they have bought nice cars and their business skyrocketed because they picked up more clients casually because of the conversation starter with the car. It almost gave them instant credibility, if that even makes sense. But that is a reality. A lot of times people will view you a certain kind of way based on what you're driving. So no matter what reason you're driving this car, man, it is a workhorse. 50,000 miles. This car has taken great care of me, and I've got to my destination here in Alexandria, man. And I'm a believer in this car right here. The C8 platform is an amazing platform. If you don't own one, I would encourage you to get one. And there are so many different models out now, from the Stingray that I have to the Z06 to the E-Ray to the ZR1 and the Zora that's going to be coming out here one day. Man, the C8 platform is a great platform. And shout out to all my sports car owners, man, that you get in your sports car, whether it's a 4-door, 2-door, your sports car, and you go. And you just relax and you just unwind no matter what's going on in life. All of the challenges that we face, we're going to need a healthy way to relieve that stress. And my friends, these cars are a great way to do that, man. That's the end of the video.